Hello, my name is Ayana McNair, and my topic on today is abolishing the death penalty in all 50 states. My speech will bring awareness to the brutal box executions of the death penalty. The death penalty should be abolished because it is racially, culturally, and economically biased. Innocent people could die. There aren't enough lethal injection with the proper components. It doesn't deter crime, and it is inhumane. Knowing that with each form of executions, except for the firing squad, collectively there are many box death penalty cases with a high number of being in the hundreds. That alone would raise the question, should the death penalty be abolished in all 50 states? Can you imagine your loved ones being served the death penalty and their execution going horribly wrong? I can take a good guess at what you're thinking. They did the crime, let them pay the time. But did you know since 1970, 190 wrongful death sentence inmates have been exonerated and 4% wrongfully convicted have been executed? There have been reports as recent as 2022 where an execution attempt has been botched. Even if you don't know someone on the death row, each inmate belongs to someone's family. When the execution is being botched, the inmate is being tortured. For instance, if the inmate is undergoing an execution, and it's botched, they can be burnt to death, exceeding the average time it takes to die. If it's a botched injection execution, the wrong components can be administered and the inmate insides can feel as if they are melting. And they would be in excruciating pain. No one deserves to die that way. No one deserves to be tortured. I can admit in the beginning, I was a bit biased about wanting the death penalty to be abolished. I don't believe that people should play God. After doing much research about how inhumane and neglectful some executions are, to the point that many things go wrong, hence botched. I have two family members who have been on death row for over 30 plus years. Knowing people who can potentially go through the same torture anchors my decision to want the death penalty abolished. Lethal injections have reached the highest rate of 7.12%, and 75 of those executions were botched. Electrocutions have 84 botched executions with a lower rate of 1.92%. The remaining botched executions are between hanging with 85 and lethal gas with 32. In 1972, the Supreme Court suspended the death penalty in the case of Farman versus George because of the violation of the 8th commandment, but then later continued the death penalty. A few questions that could come to mind will be, will the Supreme Court prevent there from being any more botched executions according to the 8th and 14th commandment? And why are there no proper protocol training and regulations to prevent botched execution from happening? To get an understanding of why the death penalty should be abolished in all 50 states, you must examine the inhumane effects capital punishment has on human life. In the late 90s, a man by the name of Pedro Medina execution was botched and his head burst into flames, filling the death chamber with smoke as onlookers watched in disbelief, stating they're burning him alive. This case is one of many. There is also a significant shortage of the proper components to which lethal injections needs to perform a painless execution. In 120 years, there have been 8,776 executions and 276 has been botched. 276 families destroyed. How do that make us any different from the convicted? Within our society, the death penalty has been connected with several symbols. An eye for an eye. An eye for an eye is a symbol that comes to be the illustration of the death penalty, which was one of the original ideas behind it. One would say the punishment fit the crime, but times have changed. Many innocents have been the victim of the death penalty. Even those who did the crime, rights have been broken. It's our job as humans, as the human race, to ensure we do our part in treating each other as human. Thank you very much for listening to my speech. Again, my name is Ayana McNair, And a few of my references are Surratt A. 2014, Gruesome Speculation, Botched Executions, and American Death Penalty, Stanford University Press. Another one is Fan M 2015, The Supply Side, Attack on Lethal Injection and the Rise of Execution Secrecy, Cambridge University Press. Thank you.